Why you need a sales process. Everybody needs a process. Wouldn't it be nice if you knew that every time a customer came into your store, you knew that you could enthusiastically greet them, ask them a couple of questions that leads over to a certain model that you've got in your showroom, get them to sit on it, show them a proposal, and close the deal? And what if your sales manager knew exactly what you were doing and where you were in the process, as in he knew the process you were following? Then your F&I manager had your back too. He knew that you weren't going to give away the rate and extend the term all the way out to 84 months on a buyer with a 600 beacon. That's what a sales process is for. Unfortunately, most dealerships don't really have a process, but they need one. When buyers and sellers get together, you're going to find a couple of different ways of buying and selling going on. When a buyer comes in, they've got their own process. They're totally uncomfortable, kind of standoffish, ready to battle. They know about you, they read about you, seen you in the news. They want to look around, get some information, like make, model, prices, trade value if there is one, maybe some payments and an interest rate. They also want to give very little information back. So what that means is they want numbers so they can shop other stores and make a good buying decision. Oh, and they don't want to pay you for this information. Unfortunately, there's a lot of salespeople offering all this information for nothing. They're not really salespeople, but it's part of the process to close a deal. A lot of salespeople think that if they're nice, enthusiastic, and they help the customer with all their concerns and questions, then it's going to lead to a sale. No, it's not going to. Sometimes you'll get a laydown that comes in excited and buys something, but if you want to be a top performer in sales, you've got to remember the end goal is to close the deal. You see, there's no money for you if you don't close. All you are every time that you give a customer some info without closing, you're a nonprofit information source. Dealerships have a couple of different processes. Usually one is highly structured, and the other one's a fly-by-the-seat-of-their-pants process. Unfortunately, most dealerships go with the fly-by-the-seat-of-your-pants process. But what we've known for a long time is it was also created by the old average salespeople. I shouldn't say old, but average. When I'm talking about average, I'm talking about salespeople selling fewer than 20 bikes a month. But if you're average right now, that's good news because you can follow a plan to get good. Performers make the money. So just so we're on the same page, average salespeople in the bike business are selling about 20 a month. They go up from there, but we've got guys selling 50 and 70 a month consistently. The top people have a process, they use it and they stick to it. Now what's process? Dictionary says it's a series of actions that produce something or that lead to a particular result. Now there's 12 steps, 9 steps, my 6th step, and everything in between. Doesn't really matter what you have as long as you use it. Now, mine's greet the customer, appraise their trade if they have one, select something to buy, demo it or sit on it, and then 5, show a proposal, and 6, close. That's it. Pretty simple. Now, if you skip any of those steps in the process, you're not going to sell a bike. But what if you mix it up a little? You might be okay, but why mix it up? What are your chances of selling something if you decide that you have the customer sit on the bike or demo it after you've presented them a proposal? You still might get the bike sold, but why didn't you just do it in the first place when you were standing at the motorcycle? Don't wait. If you decide to do things out of order or skip a step, there's a good chance that you're going to miss the sale and you're never going to become good at selling. So what step do you think most salespeople get stuck on? What if you took 80% of the salespeople out there and chose one step they can't make it to? They can't get to step 5, the proposal. Why is that? If people can't buy without a proposal, then why can't salespeople get to step 5? Doesn't it make sense that if you want to close someone, then you need to get to step 5 and show them what the numbers are? Here's a couple of reasons. Salespeople get scared or off track. They don't want to pressure the customer or say the wrong thing. You're a salesperson in a dealership. The buyers, they've heard about you. They know what you do. A little pressure is necessary and it's okay. I'm not talking the push and shove kind of pressure, but I'm talking about the control kind of pressure. This is the point the customers say, can I get your card? I've got to get back to work. I got a doctor's appointment, soccer game to go to. What excuse do you want? But if step 5 is the proposal, then why don't customers want to see the figures? Because the salesperson gave them all the numbers out on the showroom floor. Customer's done. The buyer thinks they've got enough info so they can leave. but they never saw a proposal, which means you can't close them, which means they really didn't see the numbers. You can't make a buying decision without a proposal. What's a proposal? The right back. As much as I don't like them, the Foursquare, a worksheet, a buyer's order, a napkin that you scribble on. Those are all proposals. Now, if a buyer asks, how much is this bike? I always like to tell them how much it is. I don't hide it. Why would you hide it? Because you don't think it's worth what you're asking? Or you don't know how to build value in it? It's $19,900. Did you want the orange one or the black one? They'll say, I like the black. What are the payments going to run on this? Gosh, I don't know. It depends on your trade value, money down, and rates. Is this the one that you want to own? The customer says, I don't know. It depends on the price. No problem. I understand. Sounds like you're like me and everybody else. You want to make sure you're getting a good deal and can afford it. Follow me over here and I'll get some figures for you. That's part of the process. I'm not going to stand on the floor and spill my guts with numbers. I'm going for the close, and you've got to sit down for the close. They want the price. I'll tell them every single time what the price is. They want payments, rates, or what they can buy it for. Let's go over to my desk. I'll get some figures for you. I'm going to get you some figures, and you're going to finance, buddy. This is all a process. It works. You've got to follow it. If you don't have one, then you need one. It's time to move on to step 1 of the sales process. So I'll see you over there. I'm Tommy Ady. Thanks for watching this one.